Hey there, it's Teacher Jaime with ESLOnlineTeaching.com, and today I'm going to show you some fun things that I got from some students that came to visit me on my birthday. It was so exciting. So I think I ought to tell you how it came about that I got to meet these students. I had started teaching one of them, and he ended up telling one of his friends about me, and I started teaching that friend, and then I taught another friend, and it became this little group of 5 kids that I would teach on a regular basis, and they were all dear friends, and they were in different cities at this point, but they had known each other as little 2-year-olds, and at this point they're 10. And so they had kind of grown up together and now moved away a little bit, but it was so fun. I could talk to them about so-and-so and tell them about what I talked with this other student about, and we could tell jokes, and they decided to come to America for the summer, and I was so excited. They said they were coming to the Northwest where I was living at the time, and I told them I could meet up with them, and it worked out. And they knew it was my birthday, so they decided to bring me all these gifts, so I have to show you. Here is one. Fans were kind of the thing. Isn't this just beautiful? Look at the landscape on that. This is a unique piece of work. I don't know if you can see that very well, but a very historical painting in China. And this I thought was just to sit on like my piano or on my counter. And they said it is, but it was used, this type of material was used to put on their paper and to lay flat, because they use these long scrolls of paper. And this would just help it lay flat. So they would use this and lay it flat on there, and then they could do their painting, their calligraphy, and all their beautiful work. So this is kind of a special piece. I had a student, he knew how many kids that I have. He brought a slew of fans for my entire family, and he painted on each one of them. And so I have all these fans, and my kids just think that's super fun. So let me open these so you can see. And he and his dad made these for me. This is another really pretty piece. It's this stitchery. Isn't this just gorgeous? And if you flip it around, it's embroidered, and you can't even see any like knots, nothing. It's absolutely beautiful. Shocked. I could not believe it. I kept saying thank you and thank you, and it was such a neat experience. One thing that really surprised me is I met them at the airport, and I saw them coming, and I knew it was them, but I didn't want to just like sneak up on them and like scare them. So I kind of waited to get a phone call, because that was the agreement, we would call each other. I got the phone call and I said, oh sure, I'm just around the corner. And sure enough, we kind of came together, and I ran with wide open arms to give them hugs, and I just was so tickled, and it was kind of like, they were all like, oh, is that what you do here in America? It was very kind of what I'd call an awkward moment. They didn't realize that you hug when you want to say hi. But I'm that way. I'm a huggy person. So I went in, I hugged both of my students that were right there, and then I saw the dad, and I had met the dad before, and I gave him a little hug, and the wife, I grabbed her and gave her a hug, and they were all kind of stiff little soldiers. So we sat and talked and played. I did like little bunny ears when we did pictures, and you know, some of them were kind of like, and the funny thing is they totally know what I'm like in class. So I thought, surely this isn't any different, but I think the fact that I was tangible, I was actually there, and it was like the real deal. So it was super fun, an amazing experience. I never had thought that I would get to meet any of my students in real life, and I did. And I got to meet the whole families, and it was just a sweet thing. So anyway, there's some cool things when you work for VIPKID and any company that you're doing ESL with, because you might actually get to meet those students. So I'd love to share more of my journey with you. You can find me at ESLOnlineTeaching.com or email me at ESLOteaching@gmail.com. Again, this is Teacher Jaime, and thanks, and I hope to see you again.